we locked the office door. My name is Sarah. My boss is strict and angry with me all day. But when the office is empty, he locks the door. Everything changes. Let me tell you my story. I am 24 years old. I live in a very big city. The city is always loud. There are many cars. There are many people. I live in a small apartment. It is very small. It has one window. I look out the window every morning. I see the gray sky. I see the tall buildings. Life is not easy. Maybe you know this feeling. Maybe you live in a big city too. It can be lonely. I was very lonely. I have a job. I work in a large company. The company sells paper. It is not an exciting job, but I need the money. I have to pay for my small apartment. I have to buy food. So, I go to work every day. I wake up at 6 in the morning. I drink cheap coffee. I take the train. The train is always full. People do not smile. I do not smile. I just stand and wait. My office is on the 10th floor. It is a very big room. There are 50 desks. There are 50 computers. The phones ring all day. Ring, ring, ring. It never stops. People talk loudly. They type fast. The noise is too much. It gives me a headache. And then there is my boss. His name is Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas is a tall man. He is older than me. He is maybe 40 years old. He always wears a dark suit. He always looks angry. He never smiles. Never. During the day, Mr. Thomas is very strict. He walks around the big room. He looks at our computers. He watches us work. He has a very loud voice. "Sarah," he shouts, "this is wrong." He throws a paper on my desk. I jump. My heart beats fast. "I am sorry, Mr. Thomas," I say. My voice is small. "Do it again," he says. "Do it faster. We have no time." He walks away. I look at my hands. My hands are shaking. I feel tears in my eyes. I want to cry, but I do not cry. I bite my lip. I look at the computer. I start to type again. This happens every day. He is angry with me all day. I make mistakes. I am new at this job. I do not know everything. But he does not care. He wants perfection. He wants speed. I try very hard, but it is never enough. I was tired. I was scared. I hated my job. I hated Mr. Thomas. I thought he was a bad man. I thought he had no heart. Have you ever felt like this? Have you ever had a bad boss? It is a terrible feeling. You feel small. You feel stupid. But you are not stupid. You are just learning. I did not know this then. I thought I was a failure. One day, everything went wrong. It was a Friday. It was raining outside. The office was very busy. We had a big project. A very important client wanted a report. Mr. Thomas was very angry. He was shouting at everyone. "Work faster," he yelled. "This is terrible, fix it." He came to my desk. He looked at my work. He sighed. It was a loud, angry sigh. "Sarah, this is full of mistakes," he said. His voice was cold. "I am sorry," I whispered. Sorry is not enough, he said. You must finish this today. You cannot go home. You must stay here. You must stay until it is perfect. He walked to his private office. He slammed the door. Bang. I looked at the clock. It was 4 o'clock. I had so much work. I could not finish it fast. I felt sick. My stomach hurt. The hours passed. The clock ticked. Tick-tock, tick-tock. It was 5 o'clock. People stood up. They put on their coats. They took their bags. They smiled. They were happy to go home. Good night, Sarah, my friend Anna said. Good night, Anna, I said. I tried to smile. It was a fake smile. Soon the office was empty. The big room was quiet. The phones stopped ringing. The computers were dark. Only my computer was bright. Only my desk lamp was on. It was dark outside. The rain hit the window. Pitter-patter. I was alone in the big room. I was very tired. My back hurt. My eyes hurt. I looked at the paper. The numbers made no sense. I wanted to go home. I wanted my small bed. Then I heard a sound. Clicking. The door of the private office opened. Mr. Thomas walked out. He did not have his jacket on. He looked tired. He walked to the front of the office. He went to the main door, the heavy glass door. He took out his keys. Clicking. He locked the office door. My breath stopped. I was scared. Why did he lock the door? We were alone. The building was empty. It was night. I looked at him. I could not move. I was a small mouse. He was a big cat. He put his keys in his pocket. He turned around. He looked at me. The room was very quiet. He started to walk towards my desk. His steps were slow. I grabbed my pen tightly. My hands were wet with sweat. He came to my desk. He pulled up a chair. He sat down next to me. I closed my eyes. I waited for him to shout. I waited for the loud, angry voice. But it did not come. Sarah, he said. His voice was different. It was not loud. It was not angry. It was soft. It was quiet. I opened my eyes. I looked at him. He looked at my computer screen. He looked at my messy papers. You are struggling, he said. I nodded slowly. Yes, Mr. Thomas. I do not understand these numbers. He sighed again, but it was not an angry sigh. It was a tired sigh. I know, he said. It is very difficult. He reached out. He took my pen. He pulled a clean paper towards him. Look here, he said softly. He started to write. He wrote slowly. He explained the numbers. He explained the client. He spoke like a teacher. He spoke like a friend. I was shocked. I could not believe it. Was this Mr. Thomas? Was this the angry boss? Do you see? He asked. Yes, I said, I see. He smiled. It was a small smile, but it was real. His eyes looked kind. Good, he said. Now, let's finish this together. We worked for 2 hours. The office was quiet. Only the sound of the rain outside. Only the sound of the pen on the paper. He did not shout. He did not rush me. When I made a mistake, he just pointed at it. Try this part again, he said gently. I felt calm. I felt safe. My fear went away. I could think clearly. The work became easy. At 8 o'clock, we finished. The report was perfect. Mr. Thomas stood up. He stretched his arms. Good job, Sarah, he said. You did well. Thank you, Mr. Thomas, I said. Thank you for helping me. He looked at me. His face was serious again. The daytime is hard, he said. I have a lot of pressure. My bosses yell at me. I have to be strict. The company needs money. If we fail, people lose their jobs. I do not want you to lose your job. I push you because you can do it. I listened carefully. I understood. He was not a bad man. He was just a man with a heavy load. He was carrying a big rock on his back. I understand, I said softly. He walked to the main door. He unlocked it. Go home, Sarah. Have a good weekend. You too, Mr. Thomas. I walked to the elevator. I felt light. I felt happy. The world was different. Maybe you think this is the end of the story, but it is not. The story is just starting. On Monday morning, I went to work. I felt brave. I smiled at Anna. I sat at my desk. Mr. Thomas walked in. He wore his dark suit. His face was hard. Good morning, everyone, he shouted. Get to work. We are behind schedule. He walked past my desk. He did not look at me. He dropped a big file on my desk. Read this by noon, he snapped. I was confused. I was hurt. What happened to the kind man? What happened to my friend from Friday night? During the day, he was strict again. He was angry again. He yelled at a man named Peter. He yelled at Anna. He even yelled at me. Sarah, this is too slow, he shouted in the afternoon. My face turned red. The whole office looked at me. I felt small again. I felt the tears coming. I stood up. I ran to the bathroom. I locked the bathroom door. I cried. I cried a lot. I felt stupid. I thought we were friends. I thought he respected me. But he was just a mean boss. The night time was a lie. The daytime was the truth. I washed my face. I looked in the mirror. My eyes were red. I will quit, I said to the mirror. I will find a new job. I do not need this pain. I went back to my desk. I worked silently. I did not look at him. I did not speak to anyone. The day ended. It was 5 o'clock. People left. I stayed. I had to finish the big file. I did not want to stay, but I had to. The office became empty. The noise stopped. I heard the door of his office open. Click. He walked to the main door. Click, he locked it. My heart felt heavy. I did not want to talk to him. I kept my eyes on my computer. I typed very hard. He walked to my desk. He stood there. I did not look up. Sarah, he said. I kept typing. Sarah, please look at me, he said. His voice was soft again. I stopped typing. I looked at him. My face was cold. He pulled up the chair. He sat down. He looked very tired. He rubbed his eyes. I am sorry, he said. I said nothing. I know I was harsh today, he said. I know, I shouted. You embarrassed me, I said. My voice shook. But I was brave. You shouted at me in front of everyone. It was not fair. He nodded slowly. You are right. It was not fair. He looked down at his hands. My boss called me this morning, he said. We lost a big client. We lost a lot of money. The company is in trouble. If we do not work harder, they will close this office. 50 people will lose their jobs. You will lose your job, Sarah. I am terrified. I looked at him. I saw his fear. His hands were shaking slightly. He was not an angry monster. He was a scared captain on a sinking ship. In the daytime, he said, I have to be the boss. I cannot be soft. If I am soft, people relax. If people relax, we fail. I have to push everyone. It is my job. I hate it. But I must do it. He looked into my eyes. But when the office is empty, he said, when I lock the door, I can be me. I can breathe. I can ask for help. My anger melted away, like snow in the sun. You need help? I asked. He nodded. I have a massive project. It is to save the office. It is too big for one person. I need someone smart. I need someone hardworking. I need you, Sarah. He needed me. The boss needed the new girl. I felt a spark inside me. A warm, bright spark. I was not stupid. I was not a failure. I was important. Okay, I said. I will help you. He smiled, a real, wide smile. Thank you, he said. From that day on, we had a secret rule. During the daytime, he was Mr. Thomas. He was strict. He was loud. He pushed us hard. He demanded perfection. When he yelled at me during the day, I did not cry. I did not feel small. I looked him in the eye. I nodded. I said, yes, Mr. Thomas. I will fix it. The other workers were surprised. You are so brave, Sarah, Anna told me. He is so scary. He is just doing his job, I told Anna. But the night time was different. 3 nights a week, I stayed late. Everyone went home. The office became quiet. Mr. Thomas would walk out. He would walk to the main door. Clicky. He locked the door. Then he was just Mark. Mark was kind. Mark was funny. Mark was smart. He would order food. We ate pizza at my desk. We ate Chinese food in the meeting room. We spread big papers on the floor. We sat on the floor without shoes. We worked on the big project. It was a plan to get 3 new clients. It was a very hard plan. We had to calculate many numbers. We had to write many pages. Sarah read this part, Mark would say. Is it good? No, I would say honestly. It is boring. We must make it exciting. Mark would laugh. You are a tough critic, Sarah. Okay, let's fix it. We worked side by side. We were equals. He taught me about business. He taught me about confidence. You have a good mind, Sarah, he told me one night. We were drinking coffee. It was 10 o'clock at night. The city lights were shining outside the window. Thank you, Mark, I said. You hide your intelligence, he said. Why? I was always shy, I said. I thought I was not good enough. My family was poor. I did not go to a famous school. I thought people in big offices were better than me. Mark shook his head. Never think that. A famous school is just a name. Real power is here. He pointed to his head. And here, he pointed to his heart. You work harder than anyone here, he said. You care. That makes you better. His words gave me strength. They were like water to a dry plant. I grew tall. Weeks passed. The big project was almost finished. We were very tired. We had dark circles under our eyes, but we were happy. We had a secret world. The daytime was a play. We were actors. The nighttime was real life. It is strange how life works. Sometimes, the hardest things bring the best gifts. The strict boss became my greatest teacher. I want you to remember this. When things are hard, when people are difficult, try to look deeper. Everyone has a story. Everyone is carrying a heavy rock. If you can see their rock, you can understand them. And maybe you can help them carry it. Finally, the big day arrived. It was a Tuesday morning. The big bosses from the main office came to visit. They wore very expensive suits. They looked very serious. They sat in the big meeting room. Mr. Thomas had to present our project. The whole office was nervous. It was very quiet. Nobody typed. Nobody spoke. We all watched the glass door of the meeting room. I saw Mr. Thomas standing. He was talking. He was pointing to the screen. He looked strong. But I knew his hands were probably shaking inside his pockets. I sent a silent wish to him. You can do this. We can do this. The meeting lasted 2 hours. It felt like 10 years. Finally, the glass door opened. The big bosses walked out. They were smiling. They shook Mr. Thomas's hand. Excellent work, Thomas, one of them said loudly. You saved this branch. We are very impressed. They left the office. Mr. Thomas stood in the middle of the room. He looked at all of us. Everyone, he said. His loud voice was back. But it was not angry. It was proud. We did it, he said. The office is safe. Your jobs are safe. Thank you for your hard work. The whole office cheered. People clapped. Anna hugged me. Peter jumped up and down. I looked at Mr. Thomas. He looked at me. Over the heads of 50 people, our eyes met. He gave me a small, secret nod. Just for me. I smiled. My heart was so full. I was so happy. Later that afternoon, Mr. Thomas called me into his private office. Sarah, come here, he shouted across the room. I stood up. I walked to his office. I closed the door behind me. He was sitting at his large desk. He looked relaxed for the first time in months. Sit down, he said. I sat down. He handed me a piece of paper. It was an official company paper. What is this? I asked. Read it, he said. I read the paper. It was a new contract. It had my name on it. It had a new job title, junior manager. And it had a new salary, a much bigger salary. My eyes grew wide. I looked at him in shock. Mark, Mr. Thomas, This is. I could not find the words. You earned it, Sarah, he said softly. I told the big bosses about you. I told them I did not do the project alone. I told them you are brilliant. They agreed to promote you. Tears filled my eyes. Happy tears this time. Thank you, I whispered. No, thank you, he said. You saved me, Sarah. You gave me hope when I was in the dark. He stood up. He held out his hand. I stood up. I shook his hand firmly. I was not a small mouse anymore. I was a junior manager. I was a strong woman. Tomorrow, he said, I will be strict again. I have to push the new team. I laughed. I know, Mr. Thomas. I will be ready. I walked out of his office. I walked back to my desk. I looked out the window. The gray sky did not look sad anymore. It looked beautiful. The loud city sounded like music. My life changed because we locked the office door. Before that, I thought life was just pain. I thought you had to suffer quietly. I thought powerful people were cold and mean. But I was wrong. Behind every loud voice, there is a hidden fear. Behind every strict rule, there is a heavy responsibility. I learned how to stand up for myself. I learned how to work hard without fear. I learned that I am smart. I learned that I am capable. Now I am a manager. I have my own small office. I do not shout at people. I am strict, but I am kind. I teach my team. I help them grow. When they make a mistake, I do not yell. I sit next to them. I take a pen. Look here, I say softly. Let's fix it together. I want you to know something important. Life will test you. You will meet difficult people. You will face hard situations. You will want to cry. You will want to quit. It is okay to feel scared. It is okay to feel small sometimes. But do not run away. Look closely. Find the truth behind the hard surface. You are stronger than you think. You are smarter than you know. When a door closes in front of you, do not cry. Wait for the night to come. Wait for the quiet time. Maybe that locked door is protecting a beautiful secret. Maybe it is waiting for you to find the key. You can do this too. You can face your fears. Keep going. Keep learning. Keep trying. My name is Sarah. I was a scared girl in a big city. Now, I am a confident woman. And it all started when the office was empty. It all started when the noise stopped. It all started when my strict boss showed his true heart. That is my story. Thank you for listening to me. I believe in you. I really do. Remember, even the darkest nights have a beautiful sunrise. Keep your head up. Smile at the rain. You are going to be wonderful. Everything is going to change for the better. Just wait. Just work. Just believe.